A powerful energy company in Florida has been running a secret lounge used to lobby politicians. Wow. Okay, let me lay it out a little bit. It's 3,000 square feet. It's hidden from the public. There's no way that you even know that the Florida Power and Light or NextEra, who owns Power and Light, owns this. And it's been described by the politicians who go there and the lobbyists who go there is the nicest venue in Tallahassee that some people call Tallahassee, because there's not a lot of venues like they've built here.
Well, and it is, you know, the media did describe this very aptly as this is as close to the smoke-filled back rooms that, you know, we've heard legends about as you're ever going to get, because that is exactly what this is. They bring in lobbyists, they bring in the politicians from right down the street at the Capitol.
Regulators.
Yeah, they bring in the regulators and they say, hey, come on in, have a couple drinks on me, look at this nice plush place. You have to have a special employee who has a key card access to even get in. There's no signage on the outside of the building, so nobody even knows what this place is. But it's so they can basically rub elbows and tell people, listen, you got to give us this legislation. We'll put money in your campaign. We'll schmooze you. We'll wine and dine you. Everybody goes home happy.
And what does it accomplish? It accomplishes in Florida right now. You have people that are paying rates. We get calls all the time. Unfortunately, we can't sue them. They have this weird immunity that doesn't allow us to sue them. Mother of two called a couple of weeks ago. Mike, I can't pay my bill and feed my children. Retirees who are living on a fixed pension that have gone, their bill has gone from $100 to $400 a month. And the regulators, who, by the way, hang out at this really ritzy venue where they're served free liquor, those regulators are the people who said, yeah, you can go ahead and raise your rates $10 billion. It doesn't make any difference to us. It doesn't make any difference how you load it. You can front it, load it, however you want to do it. And it's just absolute pay to play. That's what this is.
It really is. And just so people understand, too, you know, my power bill was about $200. It jumped up, the one I just paid yesterday, $540 a month.
It's not just Florida. You see, this is NextEra. NextEra is, honest to God, they have been caught with their hands in the till so many times where they're clear influencing politicians. In Florida, the question is, are they violating our sunshine laws? Are they violating a law that says you can't simply gift things like liquor and a venue like this to politicians, and you have to report when you're going to meet with our politicians. That's what this is. It's a closed-door meeting. And you know what? Taxpayers and consumers are paying for that.
Well, and what's even more interesting, too, is that even inside this secret floor of this building where the room exists, there's also a second secret room.
Yeah, talk about that.
So there's another secret room, and that is where the real, you know, backroom deals are taking place.
Yeah.
Again, you got to have a different key card to get into that one. And this is, I mean, my God, if you were to put this in a movie, people would say, well, that's just too unrealistic.
Yeah.
That's way too on the nose. You're exaggerating. Yeah. But it's happening probably right this second in Tallahassee, Florida.
Okay, well, what we know from looking at documents, and again, people don't understand, I can't sue them. I get calls all the time. Can you sue them? No, I can't, because of the way the laws are written. But here's what we do know from the documents we found. There's a clear effort to influence state electors. They want to set up news sites to go after critics. They're doing that right now. They were caught having a private investigator follow a reporter who was critical of them. Followed them around for months, took pictures, were just right in their front yard following these reporters. They want to go about buying media outlets. They're doing it right here in North Florida. As you know, we started a campaign against them, talking about what bums they were and how they were stealing, from Florida consumers. And then what happens? Florida Power and Light comes in, spends a ton of money in the media to say, oh, we're going to make you a lot of money if you'll just stick with us.
Yeah, and it's the buying up, of those media outlets that, again, is so worrisome here, because obviously when you have corporations that come in and buy media outlets, all you get is favorable coverage. So what they're doing is they're running a massive propaganda campaign to say, look at us, we've done nothing wrong. We're the good guys in this. They go to their little smoke-filled back rooms, they cut the deals with politicians, get everything they've ever wanted. I mean, this is mafia-like behavior that we're seeing.
And you know, we're seeing the stories firsthand. Like you can afford that $500. But what if you are a single mother raising 2 kids,
Right.
and you have to decide, can I buy food for my children? Can I put clothes on their back for school, or do I pay this bill? And you know what? There is no compromise with these folks. If you go show up at headquarters and say, I want to talk to somebody, forget it. Forget it. You're not going to talk to anybody, and they certainly aren't going to cut you any breaks. Here's the good news. This is some good news. First of all, you have investment groups that are downgrading the value of their stock. Okay, they're doing that because they know this is getting ready to blow up. And my advice to people, do not invest into anything having to do with Florida Power and Light or anything having to do with NextEra, because it's getting ready to get upside down once all these stories really pick up momentum.